Welcome back to another episode of the Hearthstone Report. We got a couple cards, 6 of them, revealed for the new expansion, Descent of Dragons. And a couple of them are pretty interesting, or pretty, I want to say defining, pretty heavy hitting. So starting off with this one, it's Curious Glimmerroot.
Not quite.
Basically, it's Curious Glimmerroot. For those of you who don't know that card, there was a card in Angoro. Also a Priest Minion 3/3, not a 3 mana 3/3, not 2. And it lets you look at 3 cards, and you had to guess which one started in your opponent's deck. And this one is, of course, about the opponent's hand. Very similar card. And I suspect that if it's about the same power level and the appropriate deck comes around, it'll see play as well.
This one's actually worse, as it turns out, since the 2 other cards you get offered as choices are, in fact, cards that start in your opponent's deck.
So that's hard.
They've already confirmed that, so the 2 cards that start in your opponent's deck and 1 that is currently in your opponent's hand.
So usually with the Glimmerroot, it would be in Highlander Priest for the most part, and you have you have a mirror, and then it would show you like I don't know, like Dire Maul, Shadow Reaper, Anduin, and friggin' Raid Leader, and you know exactly what's up, obviously.
Yeah. So in this case, it's a lot harder, I think, to pick the correct card because likely all 3 cards that you're getting shown are cards your opponent runs by design in their deck. Thereby, it's really not as intuitive to pick the
especially if you play it late. If you play it on 2, then you have a good shot at
based on mana values,
cards, cards that your opponent might have mulligan for, but not quite as reliably, because Glimmerroot was in most cases was an obvious pick, especially in tournaments because you knew their entire deck list.
Yeah. So yeah, even in tournaments, this one is not necessarily a guarantee, so that's worth pointing out, I think. But let's get to the next card, I think.
Got Dragon Rider, Talritha.
Talritha, something, yeah.
Talritha. Death Rattle, give a dragon in your hand, +3/+3, and this Death Rattle. A lot of confusion about how this works. JJ, how does this work?
Well, this gives a dragon in your hand, +3/+3, and a Death Rattle that says give a dragon in your hand, +3/+3, but it does not give this Death Rattle part to the dragon.
Is not infinite.
It just happens exactly twice, given that you have enough dragons to make it happen.
Yes, the wording is confusing, but no, there's unfortunately not a keyword to make this obvious yet. And I doubt there will be, because this is too much of a random scenario.
And guess what? Even if there was a keyword for this in the next expansion, they probably wouldn't change this card.
Probably not.
Because that's how the Hearthstone team does things.
But there won't be, because well, they might change the past cards, but they're not going to use it. It doesn't matter. Yeah, there's no keyword for this. It happens twice, no more than that. It's badly worded, but there's really no better way to do it that would fit on a card. Other than that, is this good? If Dragon Paladin is a good deck, then yes, this is pretty good.
I mean, we know for a fact that Paladin is right now the class that has the most dragon support. Just going out of previous cards. I mean, every class is going to get new dragons, as well as new dragon support cards, with a new Draconic Lackey as well, although you're not going to get a lot of lackeys in Paladin, of course. I think this is going to be decent if there is going to be a Dragon Paladin deck, which purely depends on if it's worth playing relative to other Paladin decks.
Yes. Also look for this to be one of the better legendaries in Arena, because for some reason you get like 10 Bronze Heralds per arena draft with Paladin, so this should be pretty good.
That is
if they are in the same rotation.
I was going to say if it's in the rotation, but that being said, there's always some kind of dragons going to be out there. Especially because the next rotation, of course, does include Classic and Basic again, so you have stuff like Brightwing and Fairy Dragon and all of the dragon aspects, and a
lot of stuff. Shuma, 7 mana, 1/7 neutral, a legend. At the end of your turn, fully aboard with 1/1 tentacles.
Weird. By the way, this is the tentacle card.
It's just tentacle.
Hey, tentacle tokens got new art. That's nice.
I don't really know what to think about this card. It seems like at first sight so much worse than Onyxia. Like so much worse.
Yes, the one.
And Onyxia's not good.
Well, first of all, it's cheaper, and second of all, it repeats in theory. So
do I play a 1/7 on 7? I doubt it. That fills the board with 1/1s.
Again, the one advantage is that if the 1/1s get killed, but Shuma somehow lives, then it happens again. But like,
Doubtful.
when does that happen?
Yeah, doubtful. This looks, I don't know, it looks terrible on first sight.
Yeah.
Maybe we're missing stuff, but I don't know.
I mean,
is there some exploit with summoning 1/1s or something?
The thing is, if this was Battle Cry, at least you could have stuff like Token Druid or something, or Grim Rally in Warlock, that you can like fill a board and buff it right away.
It's end of turn.
But end of turn, like you can't even buff it the same turn.
Yeah. I don't get it.
You'd rather play Harik.
Yeah.
Or Onyxia.
Yeah.
Or anyone else.
Yes, I don't get it. Weird.
Galakrond, the Unbreakable.
The Unbreakable. Warrior Hero Galakrond. This picture is one of the best so far. Draw 1 minion, give it +4/+4. And of course, you invoke twice to upgrade.
Yes.
And we knew what the upgraded versions also look like.
Yes. The upgrade version draws... the first upgrade one, which is, of course, once again, Galakrond the Apocalypse, has Battlecry draw 2 minions, give them +4/+4.
Yes.
And, of course, Galakrond Azeroth's End has Battlecry draw 4 minions, give them +4/+4, and equip a 5/2 Claw.
Which is basically Arcanite Reaper.
Which every Galakrond, of course, has a little extra effect. The hero power, which of course gets also triggered on the Invoke, we've been getting shit for it last time when we mentioned it late.
It does.
Give your hero +3 attack this turn.
Not bad. I think it's pretty good.
You know what this makes me think?
What? Dragon Control Warrior?
Remember the Warrior quest?
I remember the Warrior quest, yeah. Maybe.
That incentivizes stuff that involves the hero attacking. So maybe that goes with that?
Perhaps.
Doesn't hurt that Galakrond also gives you a weapon when you play him.
We'll see. How's it stack up against Boom? In Control Warrior, what's the better hero?
Oh, I mean, it's gotta be Boom, right?
I guess. For the late game value? Because the hero power just doesn't stack up long term, right?
Yeah, no, the hero power is pretty bad for control.
It might be a scenario like it was back in 100 when you play Zul'jin for the Battlecry and then take the game to the end with Deathstalker or Exar later.
But here's the thing, right? The hero power is pretty bad for control decks.
Yeah.
+2 attack, yes, it allows you to take out some smaller things. But also, if you get him invoked all the way, you're gonna have a 5/2 weapon.
Yeah.
With the hero power, you're dealing 8 damage. That's just a finisher. That's
aggro.
That's not.
This might go to aggro warrior.
Yeah, I think way more than control. Yeah. Also, the stat boosts matter a lot more in aggro. Not that getting extra health on your taunts is a bad thing or anything, but
think Corcoran lead, Leroy Jenkins, Darius Crowley.
Well, hell yeah.
For 5 mana 8/8 Darius, I'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, especially like 5 mana, deal 10 to your opponent's face with Leroy.
Pretty good stuff.
That's
Seems like an aggro card.
Side
Secure
quest.
The deck. This is a side quest.
Yeah.
Attack twice with your hero, which is very doable. Add 3 claw spells to your hand.
Once again, side quests are like quests, but they don't start in your hand.
Yes.
Also, they're always a lot easier to complete than regular quests, because you might only get them relatively late. The hero power for Druid supports this inherently.
I think that happens basically every game.
Yeah, I mean, the question is just, is it worth adding this to your deck to make it happen? And I think the answer is yes if it's an aggro deck.
Yeah.
Otherwise, no. 3 claws. That's like a fireball.
Yeah, it's true.
That is 6 damage
you can stack
for, get this, 3 mana.
You can stack them on top of each other. It's not bad.
So, see, the thing is, it doesn't really work with the only really aggressive deck that we have right now, which is Token, inherently that well. But I could see this maybe be using some kind of aggressive Druid as a finisher.
Yeah.
But all of the Druid cards we've gotten so far seem to suggest more of a mid-range to control dragon theme.
Yeah.
More so than an aggro theme.
I'm not so sure what this is gonna be doing, honestly. I don't know. This seems like a sort of a bubble card. It's one of those where the deck is there, it's gonna be ran, and if it's not, then no one talks about this card ever again.
Yeah, and again, I currently don't see the deck being supported enough. Because we got Ramp, which is a control or combo thing, and we got a lot of dragon stuff, which are usually big and thereby inherently mid-range to control tools.
Yeah. We'll see. We can try it out in Token. We'll see. See what happens.
And last card for the day. Clear the way, another side quest.
Hunter Spit.
And...
Summon 3 Rush minions. Reward, get a 4/4 with Rush.
Yes. The Griffin token, by the way, looks like this, which is not very surprising.
Yeah.
So, couple things about this.
That's
Number
That's a Swift Blue Griffin from the Griffin vendor in Stormwind.
Okay, sure. Number 1. This is the second quest we've seen, side quest we've seen for Hunter, which means that we're gonna get multiple side quests for every class.
Nice.
For every heroic class, that is. This one is a rare, the other one was an epic. We've seen an epic druid quest, and we've seen a common mage quest. There is a possibility that every class is getting 3 side quests. I haven't seen this confirmed anywhere, but because there is 3 rarities that we've seen side quests in, it would make sense if they used them all.
Maybe. That could be. This one doesn't seem too bad.
Okay, so I've looked at it, right?
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of rush in Hunter specifically. This seems like something that would maybe work better in a warrior or something, but you have Springpaw.
Yeah. Unleash the Beast?
Unleash the Beast. You have Swarm of Locusts.
Yes.
Swarm of Locusts instantly finishes this. Yeah. Which actually is bad.
Well, yeah, if it fills the board, it's not good, because it summons it instantly.
I don't know what happens if you don't have board space with this. I assume it just whiffs.
I would assume it would, yeah.
Which means that that's, for example, that's anti-synergy. But you do have some of the Lynx stuff, primarily Springpaw and Halazi the Lynx. Not that I think that you're running Halazi just for this.
You can finish this quest on turn 2. You play it on 1 and you play it through Lynxes on 2.
With a coin? Yeah. Yes. That would require you drawing both 2 Springpaws and
just
this.
Best possible scenario, I guess. Because 4/4 Rush turn 2 is not bad at all.
Realistically, you're not going to finish this before turn 3, but at least not reliably.
If it started in your hand, it would be better, but side quests obviously don't.
Yeah, but also, I think it's somewhat important that the Griffin is a beast.
Well, yeah.
You are a hunter after all.
We'll take it.
You do beasts.
Yes.
So that helps. So while there isn't a strong rush theme in Hunter, I think there might be enough to include this in a mid-range-ish, maybe even aggro kind of Hunter.
I think there'll be a way to make this happen somehow. Someone's going to find a way to do this. And it seems like, as a baseline, strong enough card.
Yeah.
To play. Because anytime you get an extra 4/4 with Rush, just doing what you normally do during the course of the game, seems like a pretty good idea.
I mean, effectively, this is a 1-mana 4/4 with extra steps.
Yeah.
But it's also a beast and it has Rush, so...
And that's really good.
You know, we'll take it.
That's generally pretty good.
There is... I think it was 1 new Rush minion, which was just one of the Invoke minions, though, which doesn't really work well with Hunter.
Yeah.
But there's definitely enough stuff to make this happen.
Yeah, there's certainly enough Rush in the game to make that. That's
also a fun fact. With Zul'jin, this could just give you an extra Griffin.
Yeah.
Because if this triggers early and then your Unleash the Beasts happen,
yep, you get another one.
You could get another one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I mean, it's somewhat unlikely because
yeah,
Zul'jin tends to summon a lot of stuff anyways with all the animal companions.
Yeah, usually fills the board in something. I mean, there usually some of the minions don't even make it from Zul'jin because he has so many.
But there's also a chance that like Zul'jin fills your board and leaves you with this with like 1 tick left.
We'll take it.
And then you just have to play your Springpaw and all of a sudden you get an extra 4/4.
Free minion.
Yeah.
We'll take it. It's not a bad one at all. So I like this card. It's a pretty good design in my opinion for us. This is a good side quest. I think this hits the purpose of the idea of the concept of side quest on the head pretty much. I like it.
Yeah, I like it as well.
So that's the 6 cards.
Yep.
The new cards that we have. New card reveals are going to start tomorrow.
Yes.
That is the fact. So we didn't get
any... As a matter of fact, I can show the schedule.
Yeah, let's do it.
All the times shown are in Central European time because they take our local time whenever you load the page.
Correct.
Meaning if you click the link in the description to this page, you're going to be able to see them in your time without having to do any math.
Correct. So first one is going to be tomorrow at 10 in the morning, Central European.
That means that is 14 hours after this video drops.
That's correct.
Just, you know. Yeah, and then there's...
Looks like a dragon.
That looks very much like a dragon. As a matter of fact, it looks like a blue dragon, which means it's probably a card for Mage.
Might be.
Just based on the fact that we've seen...
blue dragon is usually
Azure
magic.
Explorer, Malagos Aspect of Magic. Although we have seen both of the dragon cards that we know for like the cycles for Mage. Card reveals then go until 7. And then the next day, once again, they start somewhat early, at 1.
Yeah.
And then they go again till 7.
Expect, by the way, another report about all the cards that have been revealed until I want to say about either Thursday or Wednesday. So we'll have a report out then, and we'll keep them coming for every new reveal schedule. We're not going to pile them up too much, but we're going to try to have a report at least once, preferably twice a week.
Yeah, we might just have the next one on Tuesday.
We might, yeah.
But if we do, that might be a little late, because 7 p.m. is the final reveal, 8 p.m. is the video release.
Yeah, that's not gonna. We're gonna wait until 7 p.m. so we'll have to record it after, and then the video might be a bit delayed. But you will be notified about that if that is the case in our Discord server. If there were to be a delay. If you're not in there, by the way, I go join it because of those sorts of things. Link in the description. It's a great community anyway, so hopefully we'll see you there soon. But for now, this is all we have. What do you think about these cards? How do you like the Warrior Galakrond and the Psych? I think those cards were pretty good. Nothing spectacular aside from maybe the Galakrond. That seemed pretty good. And a lot of potential there. But interesting cards for sure. So let us know your opinion. We'd like to hear those. So until next time, we'll have more Battlegrounds gameplays coming up until we wait for the next expansion, as well as these reports, and our Saturday daily podcast as well. And I'm not saying too much, but next podcast next week is going to have a special guest, so if you might be interested in seeing that, you won't be disappointed, I think. So until next time, please drop a like on the video, and JJ.
That's it.
That's it.